Located on the shores of the Pacific Ocean, the city of Lima, capital of Peru, arouses the curiosity of those who visit it for the first time. It is also the object of ridicule in many countries and even among its inhabitants. Despite its privileged coastal location, a peculiarity surprises locals and strangers. The hills that surround it exhibit an arid and desert appearance. This phenomenon contrasts with the conventional view of a tropical coastal metropolis and its lush landscapes. In this video, we will explore the reasons behind Lima's unique appearance, unraveling the mysteries that turn its hills into witnesses of a landscape that oscillates between sand and asphalt. When I close my eyes and think of a desert, the endless vastness of the Sahara materializes before me. The Egyptian pyramids loom in the distance, surrounded by dunes and camels that wander in the solitude of the arid landscape. Sometimes my mind travels to the other end of the continent, to the Atacama Desert in Chile, where a dry and arid climate paints an almost lunar panorama. However, what few of us understand is that here in Lima, nestled in three valleys, it also stands on what we could consider a vast desert. If we look closely around us, the constant expansion of the city is revealed on a sandy base. The homes in their constant struggle to consolidate challenge a wild and challenging territory. The dust I diligently clean every day in homes is not simply dust, it is sand, a tangible reminder that desert nature is always present. This sand, mixed with pollution floating in the air, seeps mercilessly, finding its way into our homes. In less consolidated areas, families desperately search for tracks and trails, not only as basic infrastructure, but as a barrier to reduce the constant siege of dust that incessantly sneaks into their homes. It is a daily fight against the invasion of fine particles that cling to every corner. There is a great lack of rain in Lima. A surprising fact is that, after Cairo, Lima holds the title of being the second city with the least rain in the world. That's right, gentlemen, worldwide we are in the second place of the city that rains the least. It is a fact that defines our existence here, where the aridity of the desert is manifested not only in the appearance of the hills, but in every aspect of the daily life of the residents. So in this corner of the world, in the beloved Lima, their reality is that they live between sand and asphalt, where the city mixes in a unique way with the aridity of the desert, creating a complex symbiosis that defines our daily experience. When you walk through Las Vegas, the neon lights flash so brightly and the constant jingling of the slot machines creates a hypnotic symphony that easily obscures the immense work being done in the shadows, work focused on sustainability. Especially in the face of constant threat of running out of water. It is a scenario where extravagance and caution converge in a constant game. In Las Vegas, modern engineering is intertwined with innovative strategies to address water scarcity. For water rates act as gatekeepers, increasing as a residence or business uses more of the vital liquid. Schedule restrictions, limits on liters used, and the obligation to reuse water are imposed in complexes such as golf courses and hotels, transforming waste into an unthinkable practice. In this artificial oasis, even the landscape undergoes a radical change. Square meters of grass are exchanged for the austerity of desert landscapes, going so far as to pay for the removal of the garden. The duality of Las Vegas is revealed, a city of dazzling lights and at the same time, a community that recognizes the pressing need to preserve its natural resources. Meanwhile in Lima, the water story takes a different turn. It depends mainly on the Junín and Pasco basins, since the Rimac alone is not enough to satisfy the demand of the capital. Old pipes and insufficient systems to treat and reuse water perpetuate a critical situation. However, in the midst of these difficulties, Lima undertakes efforts to change the mentality of its inhabitants. The campaign to highlight the beauty and simplicity of xeric plants is an example. Cacti and succulents are incorporated into urban landscapes, challenging the tradition of the American lawn. Accepting that lush green is a luxury and at the same time a waste becomes a small but significant step towards sustainability. As we conclude this reflection, a call to action resonates. Fix that forgotten water leak. A simple but powerful reminder that, as Setable has told us throughout our lives, drop by drop, water runs out. The dualities between Las Vegas and Lima shine, each facing its own battle in the middle of landscapes that, although distant, share the common fight for a resource as precious as it is essential. Now, I know that many up to this point in the video will be wondering, if Lima is a desert, why are there trees in the districts of Miraflores or San Isidro? The description of Lima as a desert refers mainly to the lack of rainfall and the arid conditions that prevail in much of the city. It does not mean that there cannot be areas or districts within Lima that have vegetation, including trees. In districts like Miraflores or San Isidro, it is common to find green and tree-lined areas. These districts, like others, have made efforts to maintain tree-lined public spaces, parks, and landscaped areas. The presence of trees in these places may be due to conscious urban planning, the planting of specific trees that require less water, or even the implementation of efficient irrigation systems. Although Lima as a whole can be considered a desert from a climatic point of view, local efforts, urban planning, and sustainability initiatives can allow the existence of greener and more tree-lined areas within the city. These spaces not only contribute to the aesthetic aspect, but can also play an important role in air quality and community well-being. But despite the scarcity of water in Lima and like in many other coastal regions, these are the parts with the largest national population, but we have already answered the answer to the question of why this happens in another video. But now it's your turn to tell us, what did you think of this video? Did you know how valuable water is in Lima? We will be attentive to read you in the comments. If you found the video useful, we would appreciate it if you gave it a like to support our project and if you subscribe. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.